Hey there guys and gals, my name is Luke. Welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review, where today I am reviewing the BOREAL21 saw. This is a product which you guys have seen on my channel throughout the years, and I've had so many comments and questions about this saw, I figured, you know what, it is time for a review. So why do they call this the 21 saw? Well, check this out. Boom. Roughly 21 inches. The blade here is 21 inches. That is why it is called the BOREAL21. This is one of my favorite saws of all time. For many reasons. First off, when it comes to price, it's not bad. For roughly $70, you are getting one of a saw. A really good product that can be used in all sorts of fashions. One of the biggest pros or perks to this saw is that you can easily and inexpensively replace the blade. With the Sven saw, which I happen to like very much, a blade replacement, it's proprietary, costs almost as much as the saw. It just doesn't make any sense. With this here, you can use any 21-inch blade. It doesn't matter where it's from, as long as it's not some sort of proprietary blade. That really does take this to the next level. Now, of course, that would mean absolutely nothing if the performance wasn't very, very good. Before we touch upon that, let's talk about the form factor. When it comes to putting together the saw, it really could not be any easier. You fold back the handle, fold out the blade, reverse, snap it together, bam. The breakdown process is just as easy. Okay. Basically fold everything back together and done. So when it comes to the weight of this bad boy, you are looking at 17 ounces, which is very impressive for a saw of this size. When it comes to colors, this is available in numerous colors, including what you see here, which happens to be the yellow and black. There is also a green and black version. As I spoke of earlier, blade replacements are very cheap, 10 to 15 bucks. That's not bad, and it's the way it should be. By the way, it should be mentioned, if you go out to purchase one of these saws, there are different types of blades available, and there's also different types of kits available. You could buy just the saw with any type of blade that you want, or you could buy a kit which features a sheath and an extra blade. When it comes to the sheaths, there are two available. There's a canvas one and a leather version. When it comes to the blades, there's a hunter's blade, a dry blade, and there's also an all-purpose blade. The hunter's blade is for cutting through bone and meat, and so on. When it comes to the frame of this saw, you are looking at a high-strength aluminum, and it features stainless steel hardware. The handle is a glass-filled nylon, and I can tell you from my experiences that it is very tough. Let's take a moment here and let's talk about use and purpose for this saw. You can use this with just about anything, and it really will fit well into your life. You can take this backpacking if you want to. Bushcrafting makes more sense, around the house, farm work, and so on. This thing is multi-purpose, and it really does work well. Of course, you can have a dry blade, an all-purpose blade. If you're a hunter, you could carry a meat and bone blade with you as well. Multi-purpose, multi-use. It is very, very simple and easy to replace the blades. I've done this numerous times over the years. There's nothing to it. Nothing to it at all. What I love about this saw is that it is simply so quick to put together and take down. And once you have it up and ready to go, it truly is ready to go. The tensioning here on the blade is some of the best that I've ever seen. I have plenty of folding saws. This one by far is the best. The tension is perfect. There's no unnecessary wobble here, so you get a good cut. Because of the good tensioning here on the blade, the draw and the pull is perfect. There's no binding, no issues like that. When it comes to the review, I really should talk about the cons first, because there aren't any. Very rarely does a product come along where it's so good that there's really nothing to complain about. And this is one of these products. This is fantastic. It's simple, it's easy to use, you could stow it in your backpack, attach it to the outside, put it on the inside. Works great on the farm. It really doesn't matter the purpose because this saw works so incredibly well. There are no negatives to it. You could say the price is a little bit high, but I would argue that because what you are getting from this saw is worth that money. It is worth that price. Might as well just go over some quick points here. Could it be lighter? Yeah, it could be lighter, but I would never want to take away from the stability and durability of this product. In my opinion, this really is the sweet spot when it comes to weight, performance, durability, and integrity. when it comes to that blade. As mentioned, the tensioning is perfect. Another pro for this saw here is that all of the edges are rounded. There's nothing sharp, nothing that cuts at your hands. You can easily grip this from any way. Of course, not the blade, but any way you can grip this thing. And it just feels good in your hands. There aren't many folding saws out on the market that don't have sharp edges. This happens to be one that doesn't. And you will appreciate it, and your hands will too. Let's go ahead and talk about noise for a second. When it's all ready to go, I mean, there's no noise to it. Let's break it down. Get off me. Shoe fly. When it's all folded up, there is some noise. Inside of your pack, it's not that big of a deal. If it's something that really does bother you, you can use rubber bands, and you can wrap this thing up, and you won't have any noise at all. You know, folks, it really is because of all of these factors that I've touched upon that I recommend this product so highly. Yes, you could go out and buy a less expensive saw, something that's just so-so. Or you could spend a little bit more and get a product that really exceeds your expectations. Because that is what this saw will do. It will absolutely blow you away because it is that good. It is that good. So folks, let's go ahead and wrap up this review for the Boreal 21-inch saw. Do I recommend this? Absolutely. This is my favorite saw of all time, and it has been for a very long time. Yes, there are other saws out on the market that I do like. I like the Sven saw very much, but this one right here is my favorite, my absolute favorite. There are companies who have tried to rip this off, make their own versions, and I would not recommend going with those. Maybe in the future I will do a review of some, but for now, this is what I recommend. The price is good for what you are getting, the quality is excellent, and it will last you a long time, just like this one has for me. So with all of that being said, everyone, tell me your thoughts about the Boreal 21 saw. What do you guys think? What do you like, dislike? What saw do you personally use? Comment down below, and until next time, guys, everybody take care, strength and honor. I will see you guys around. See ya.